Hello. So, a lot has just dropped into the game all at once, hasn't it? Yesterday I didn't have enough time to actually make a video on the new update, and now, today, I still don't have enough time to actually make a new video on the new update because I've been too busy growing my Achillobator. I mean, I guess it's a good problem to have. Either way, this video is pretty much I'm gonna be doing something that I don't really do, and I guess explaining some of the abilities and maybe some possible builds to use, and then fights afterwards on a deathmatch server. You know how it is, it's just basic stuff. I'll put timestamps in the video and the description of when to skip to, blah blah blah. I hope you all enjoy. Well, I don't really do builds or anything like that, but this dino, Achillobator, it does kind of have a similar kind of situation to Hatzegopteryx in terms of, how you build it. And what I mean by that is that you build it depending on what you want to fight, or how you want to play. So, the thing about this thing having pounds, Achillobator does have pounds, but it can only pounce dinosaurs that are 5,000 weight or above. So that's your Stego, yeah, that's Stego, Spino, Rex, Eo, Bars, um, Suko, I think. They haven't fixed the Slick Hide yet, which I don't know why. I really wish they would, but they haven't done that yet. Between Hollow Bones and Survival of the Fittest for your hide, do what you want with it. They function for the same purpose, for, mobility. They do the same thing, essentially, just in different ways. Pounce, you're basically just locking yourself into, I want to go fight apexes or pseudo-apexes, because you can only fight, you can only pounce those. Rudder, I think, is just better than Counterbalance, personally. That's just my opinion, though. I just enjoy the fall damage reduction and stuff like that. It's good for solo play. Panic and Sprint, awesome for solo play. Ripping Kick, you can't go wrong really, it's bleed. But yeah, so here we have Shred, you can trade that with Bite if you want. Lone Hunter, because you're alone, blah blah blah. But, you could go with Hunter's Instinct if you want to try and run away from the apex, and if they have someone chasing you that's also still quite fast as well, having, being able to get out of combat and then run away because you're faster, sure, that's cool. It could be helpful, but otherwise just Lone Hunter. You could swap out, use any of these bites if you're gonna just dedicate yourself to pouncing people. Cruel Swipe, because as I said, you're fighting apexes. Cool. These do the same thing, different ways. And I guess this is what I would use if I was just, dedicated to pouncing apexes or pseudo-apexes. Maybe teamed up with other Achillobators, in which then I can just always just switch my Lone Hunter to Hunter's Instinct. You can't go wrong with it, really. So yeah, Apex Pouncer build, blah blah blah. Next one. Most of the time, just generally, I would use just Bite. I'm more of a passive player, so I'll always look for a chance to run away if I, don't have a good chance. A lot of the time, you can't really go wrong with Claw Attack, especially for things that are, around your size, since it has a shorter cooldown, you can use it more often than Cruel Swipe, so it's more useful against things that are, close to the same amount of mobility as you. We've already said these do the same thing in different ways. Survival of the Fittest, Hollow Bones. Right. I like Pounce, personally. I'll be having Pounce on anyway, since, it doesn't really matter to me. I'll join in like a random fight every now and then, and maybe pounce an apex if I go to Crater or something. Ripping Kick, Bleed, can't go wrong. Rudder, because I just think it's better than counterbalance. And still panicking sprint. Awesome. And this is what I would use for just general play. You know, just running around, questing, maybe getting the occasional fight. Can't really go wrong with it.
And now here is where the whole shtick of Achillobator is. Being, you know, a mob boss for Raptors. It's obvious what to go. It's just, you know, grab one Achillobator, get a bunch of Raptors in your group, don't let another Achillobator in, and then just use all the abilities that, you know, buff the Raptors up, and then they'll just go to town for you. The only real issues you're going to have are going to be apexes, technically, in a way. You know, using cruel swipe. You're going to be, you know, chunking down the apexes while the Raptors do their recovery, you know, for stamina or whatever. You know, if the Raptors can't find an opening, you can make an opening with cruel swipe. You know, you sneak around, you hit the EO with a cruel swipe, you do a chunk of its health, like a good chunk of its health, and then it turns around, and then all the Raptors jump on the EO. Group play. Then you have strength in numbers, you get all those Raptors in your group, you've got free armor now, cool. That gives you even better chance to make openings for your Raptors to go pounce things and attack. Cool. Leader of the pack, just... what do I need to explain? You've got more mobility when you have, you know, other Raptors in your group near you. You have more mobility with, you know, Raptors. You can't really go wrong with it. And then, of course, Rip and Kick. If the Raptors can't do bleed, then you might as well do bleed for the Raptors. Because while they're doing damage on the pounce, not doing any bleed, you can go kick in whatever, dealing the bleed for them. You're doing half the job. So you can get the same result as before with Raptors, but now you need more steps. And then Warcry or Bark. Honestly, you could use any of these. You know, you can't really go wrong for group play. 100%. You know, you can help your own Raptors out with stamina recovery and armor, blah, 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 or you can give them more damage. Or you can keep yourself safe, keeping your stamina topped up if you have to run away. Because you are, as an Achillobator, a target for groups then. Because, well, you're buffing the entire group. I would target you if I saw you in a group of Raptors. I would definitely target you. You're a Achillobator. It'd nerf all your Raptors, and then, I mean, I'd still probably die to the Raptors, but blah, blah, blah. Either way, I am rambling on for way too long. Here's what I would use if I was doing the whole, I'm gonna buff all my friends on Raptors build. It's just normal bite, because you can't go wrong. Mob boss. For more damage on the Raptors. I can chunk down people for stuff, you know, I can chunk down apexes for the Raptors and cause openings. I get armor because of my friends. We get more movement because of my friends.
Ideal bleed, I mean. I have reduced stamina cost when jumping. Yeah, this is group build. I'm actually going to speed up that, just because I am rambling on for so much. This, right here, is why I don't do build guides. Because I go way too in-depth, to the point where you get bored. You got 3 professional gamer builds. But, needless to say, play what you want. Don't worry about what's the best. Just mess about with the, you know, with the dinosaur and see what you like. There's no need to find out what's meta or overpowered. Or, well, no, it's good to know what's overpowered. But there's no need to always have the best thing ever, you know? I don't think there is a best. I think it depends on the person. And with that, I guess we'll get into the fights. So, I know it's only day one, but yeah, I think this thing is actually really fun to use. It's got its own niche to play around, but it doesn't get hindered by the fact that it has that niche. It can still do other things other than that one niche of just, I'm gonna, buff all my friends and they're gonna do all the work for me, you know? So, yeah, give it a go, grow one, mess around with it, and with all that, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope you all have a lovely day or night. Bye!